And it was on a Wednesday because we had Bible study that night. And man, I was just feeling bad after school. And I remember sitting there and I was kind of saying, I'm sorry, Lord. Man, I betrayed you. Now I know what Peter's talking about. And I go to Bible study. And he's sitting right in the pew. This guy that God wanted me to go tell him about him, he was already a Christian. He was sitting in church. But God used that as an opportunity to test my faithfulness to him. And I failed, just like Peter failed, where he said, I don't know him. So what does Peter do? He reverts back to the old nature. He doesn't say, okay, damn it, I messed up here, but I'm going to go and preach the gospel. I'm going to go and tell people about this Jesus. But what does he do? He goes back and fish again. He reverts back to his old nature. And Jesus comes to him and tells him, Peter, did you catch any fish? He said, come here, come have breakfast. And he comes, sits down. You know what Jesus doesn't do? Jesus doesn't let him wallow in self-pity. Jesus doesn't let him sit there and say, yeah, you kind of screwed up there, but, we'll get him next time, champ. And he doesn't say, yeah, you really blew it there, Peter. Well, what does Jesus do? He commissions him to go into the world and preach the gospel. You see, that's our default position. When we have adversity, is we revert back to the old nature. But see, what God wants you to do is to trust in Him. Trust in Him and wait and see what I'm going to do. Give me the opportunity to reveal my greatness. You see, many Christians don't allow God the opportunity to save the day. You see, God is never late. He's always on time, right? And God, for some reason, makes us wait. And just as about He's going to... you remember you're watching a show, can you imagine, if you would, just watching an old show. I know some of you Christians are too